Welcome, Marie in Zone 6 with a look at the garden. Coming out on the back deck into the back garden or the west garden. It's a lot brighter out here. Let me show you why. Heading south on the back deck, over by that fence down yonder, there used to be a huge bush or tree, and it blocked so much sunlight. It had gotten so big that it was cut down. I love my reciprocating saw. That bush or tree did provide a certain amount of privacy, which I lost when it was cut down. But what I did was, not too long ago, maybe a few days ago, I built this extension. It's out of cedar wood, and now it gives me a bit of privacy when I'm on my back deck. Now, this particular part was built in spring, and it's a little lower. The reason I made this part over here a little higher was once again to get more privacy on the deck. I'm thinking I might plant a climbing rose over in that area and train it up on that extension. I have some screws up there I can train it up onto. So I'll see. On the back deck, the Easy Wave petunias, I've kind of slacked up on my deadheading. I've gotten a little tired, but they're still beautiful. And of course, I shall not forget the Autumn Joy Sedum. Love it. I love that purple Mini Vista Indigo. I think I'll get that next year again. And here's my other Easy Wave petunia that's on the deck rail. Down below, this coleus I grew from seed was actually some seed I had and the packet said expired. It doesn't look expired to me. So just because the packet says expired does not mean the seed isn't good. Heading down the back deck steps, past this Limelight Prime, you can see it's turning a pink color. The cooler the nights, the more pink those hydrangeas will get, those panicle hydrangeas that turn pink. Over on this side, there's more Autumn Joy Sedum, of course, and Beacon Impatiens, which do not need to be deadheaded, by the way. These are two limelights over by this fence extension. And August Moon hostas below, along with White Beacon Impatiens. Over on this table I built years ago, there are some begonias. Heading over to the long flower bed, here is that Summerific Evening Rose Hibiscus. This was planted last year, and it's gotten huge. There's the Little Quickfire turning pink. Beacon Impatiens, of course. My anise hyssop, I winter sowed about 3 years ago. Looks like the heat has gotten to some of the leaves. Here is that Little Lime Punch. Yes, I finally got into the name right. Little Lime Punch, that's the name. And look at this Bobo. Looking good. There are those Black Eyed Susans, which appeared one year, and I went with it. They look good. Roseanne Geranium, one of my favorites. This will bloom until probably a hard frost. And the other Limelight Prime. This is what I consider to be my river of Beacon Impatiens. That's what it looks like to me. Look at that Firelight Tidbit, the pink on that. Exquisite. There is the Firelight and my Gatsby Pink. I think the heat has really gotten to it. We had heat early in May. It was really hot, and so my pink has turned brown, but that's okay. Still beautiful. Heading back to the hidden garden, there's an Annabelle, more anise hyssop, another Annabelle. Those I got for 20 cents each at a garage sale. Yippee! Welcome, my crooked welcome sign. And I made a change. I had a limelight right here, And I think it caught some kind of disease from this sickly tree over here. And so I took that out and I moved a Gatsby pink I had in another area over here. So I'm excited about this change. Back in this back area, I had a problem with flooding for years. It was like a shallow lake. But over time, I built up the soil and also with some mulch as well. And this is probably my newest flower bed over here. Beacon Impatiens. Some in substance, that should get huge and there'll be less room for weeds. I have Bobos back here, as well as 2 quick fires. That's a firelight, and there is the second quick fire. Love it. Back by the entrance to the back garden or the west garden, this canna I grew from seed keeps on blooming. Look, there's another bud. I think I put 5 little plants in here that I grew from seed. I gave some to my mom. I gave her the best ones, of course. And look at this. Oh, lest I not forget, there's the Quickfire Fab. Look at this Beacon Impatient. This is just one. Look at that. And it is keeping up with, if not dominating, the Bubblegum Supertunia and the Snowdrift Supertunia, which are extremely vigorous. Here's the other container with the Bubblegum, Snowdrift, and a Beacon Impatient. Over in this container, over by the mirror I put up on the garage, I painted those lines in the middle of the mirror to make it look more like window panes, and it can reflect the beautiful flowers in the garden when they're there, and the snow in the winter. But in this container down here, the pink cashmere verbena is looking good, complementing that Supertunia silverberry with that pink throat. Here's another view of the west garden, the back garden. Over this way, my Quickfire, this is the one that's been in the longest, is lovely as ever. And my 2 Endless Summers have started to get new buds. Look at there. Buds, buds, and more buds. Love it. The older blooms are down below. In the front garden, which is the east garden, I dug out more of the grass and weeds, and I put more mulch down to extend this pathway. I think that's a pretty inexpensive way of making a path. Dig out the area, throw down some mulch. These Supertunias and the Millennium Allium are looking fantastic. And there is that, what is that called? Victoria Blue Salvia. That's an annual in my area. This is a perennial allium. Look at the snowdrift. Past the initial snowdrift, we have Calibrachoa, which is looking pretty good since I'm not that great with it. And look at this container. I moved from the back garden, the west garden up front. There is Beacon Impatient white, Snowdrift Supertunia, a purple and white verbena, and Bordeaux, the purple. The Supertunia Silverberry is really overflowing on the front entryway steps now. The limelights are in full bloom now, I would say. And this one is really starting to turn a lovely pink. Here's a look from another angle past that Incrediball and this hardy hibiscus. The pink chiffon Rose of Sharon is looking lovely. Look at those blooms. Consider subscribing, and thanks for watching.